So yes, you should increase your value. I do not advocate for men to not improve, okay? But there's a difference. Now, there's a lot of guys out there who are red pill aware and who are, red pill educated. There's something that I differentiate, and it's something that I make very clear again and again with Rollo Tomasi. I disagree with something Rollo Tomasi says. Now, here's my point. I agree that you should improve yourself. I'm on board with Rollo Tomasi on that note. I do think men should improve themselves, but not so that we can impress a woman, okay? You improve yourself for yourself, not for her. Now, this is where it gets kind of gray area, and you got to go by your gut instinct, and you got to go by, there are some things that will help you if you implement them, such as understanding of hypergamy and things like that. But as you improve yourself, as you go along, as you get wiser as a man, as you start to make more money, as you start to have more, power in this world, you're paying mortgage, you're doing, you got a career, all these things that men do, okay, you're going to attract women. Women are going to look at this and say, oh, this guy's got his stuff together. I want to be with this guy. Okay. Here is where a lot of guys fall into the trap. They think, oh, okay, well, now I got a woman. Now I can get a woman. But here's the question. Where was she before you got that stuff? Where was she before you improved? Where was she before you got that power as a man? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Was any woman giving you the time of day then? No? Well, then there you go. Then if, she's giving you the time of day now, why should you give her the time of day? Because if she wasn't giving you the time of day when you were nothing, does she deserve to be with you now that you have something? No, of course she doesn't. So this is what I'm saying. Women will choose a particular guy to be with, but at the core of it, most of the time it's the best guy that they can get for their price range, okay? So if she's choosing you, understand that, she has other options. And here's the other thing that you got to take into account. She's been down the road. She's been around the block. She's ridden the carousel, okay? In 2020, our day and age, you got to understand that these women are not innocent. These women out here are not virgins, okay? So you can get that out of your head. That's just not happening. But that's the question. That's the, some guys maybe look for women in church. Some guys maybe, find some alternative methods to finding a quality woman. Well, I would say even in church, women are hypergamous. Okay, you might get lucky depending on how she's raised. She might be raised, you got a rare one who slipped through the cracks, who, wasn't out there sledding around, who just has this kind of idealistic, traditional viewpoint, and she's waiting for marriage to have sex, which therein lies a huge problem, Do you want to wait? Do you really want to wait to have sex with her before marriage? Okay, so there's a lot there. Okay, so why am I saying all this in the context of how to get over a breakup? The reason why I'm saying this in the context of how to get over a breakup is because you have to understand that your girlfriend who broke up with you, okay, who you thought you loved, who told you she loved you, who did all this stuff for you, and then all of a sudden she just switched up and changed, and that love was not there anymore, because I know how that feels. And it's very real when that happens, okay? That's very real. So, you know, the reason why I'm saying all that is because there's reasons why this happened. Now, granted, if you just cheated on her, all right, that's your fault. Okay, shit happens. You cheated on her. She didn't forgive you. Okay, move on. And, you know, also I would say that, you know, maybe she should. I mean, in a way, okay, I'll put it this way. It depends on the context of the cheating. If it was ongoing cheating, then that's different than just like making one mistake. Okay, so if you make one mistake, a lot of times that's it, you know, but of course in today's day and age, people have really changed their mind on that kind of thing. But if you just cheated once and you made a mistake, hey, maybe she could forgive you. And if she cheats once, she made a mistake, hey, maybe you could forgive her. I'm a little lenient on that when it comes to that, if it's like once or twice, okay? But if it's like ongoing, behind your back, lying, that's a problem, man. You're gonna wanna get out of that relationship, and she should get out of that relationship as well, because that person is not honest. If it's an ongoing thing, that's something wrong with that, man. So unless you cheated, then, or if you cheated, then yeah, that's just is what it is. That can't be helped, you know. But if she broke up with you because, you know, you weren't going anywhere in life, she wanted a deeper relationship, this, that, and the third, and then you try to give it to her or whatever. I've heard it all, man. I've been through all the bad breakups, every kind. I know what they are. 9 times out of 10, what it really is, she thinks she can find a bigger, better deal. She thinks she can find the BBD, okay? The bigger, better deal. 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. 9 times out of 10, it's hypergamy. 9 times out of 10, she's upgrading. 9 times out of 10, she's already met the guy that she's upgrading from you with. Believe me. And I've been that guy a lot of times. I've been the guy that she's looking to monkey branch onto, and I ain't having no parts of that. So, you know, and I've slept with girls who were cheating on their boyfriends and trying to get with me, and I just wasn't having it. So a lot of reason why that happens is because the guy turns beta. The guy gets with the girl, and then he puts her on a pedestal, and he thinks he loves her. He thinks she's the one, and she's thinking value, whereas he's thinking unconditional love. He's thinking, you know, possessiveness. She's thinking, how much value can I get? What is my life going to be like with this guy? That's what she's thinking. Whereas the guy is thinking, oh, I love this girl so much. I don't want to lose her. I'm going to cling on to her super tight. And all that does is push her away more. And usually that's what happens. And, you know, I've done it many times. When you're blue pilled, that's what you do. You put her on a pedestal. But see, here's the caveat. Here's one of the catches. Here's one of the where guys think, oh yeah, I'm just gonna ignore her, and I'm just gonna be cool and play it cool, and I'm not gonna put her on a pedestal. And I like, okay, bro, yeah, you really got it all figured out. But it's a lot deeper than just that. It's a lot deeper. And now don't get me wrong, that will help. That will help keep her around. Believe me. But it's a lot deeper than that, man. There's a lot more than just that, okay? She's, again, like 9 times out of 10, she's jumped off the cock carousel, and then she starts dating you or whatever, right? Or she's still on the cock carousel while she's dating you, and you don't even know. She's doing it behind your back, or, you know, you're part of it or whatever, and she does like you, she doesn't want you, etc. But you were part of the cock carousel. You don't even know. You think you got a girlfriend or whatever. You think she's this, that. Meanwhile, she's searching for your upgrade. Meanwhile, she's searching for your replacement. So this is what I'm saying, guys. My point here is that in order to overcome a breakup, you have to take the red pill. And you have to understand what female nature is. And you have to understand that at the end of the day, what's going to keep a woman around is money. Okay? What's really going to keep a woman around is money. Unless you get lucky and you got a good one. Unless you get lucky. And then you got to question. You even got to question that. Because, you know, if 9 women are acting a certain way and 1 doesn't act that way, you got to think, what's the catch here? You got to think, what's the grift? What's the trick? What's going on here? All these other women only want my money. This woman actually wants me for me. Something's wrong. This isn't right, right? So you got to think, and those ones might even hurt you worse. You know, because she might be all pure and innocent for a few years. She might be all like, oh, I love you, and it's all I really want is just you. And I've talked to so many women who've been like, no, you know, I'm not a gold digger. I was with my ex who was broke and unemployed for 5 years and And then after I talked to him a little bit longer, I was like, so why'd you break up with him? And they're like, well, he wasn't doing anything. He was a bum. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, so while you were dating him, you weren't a gold digger, but then when you broke up with him, you turned into a gold digger. So it's just like, yeah. See, that's the thing. You can't beat hypergamy. It's just there. You can't beat female nature. It's just there. You can, you know, sort of bypass it, you know, with your cool bravado, or you're so different, or the way you dress, the way you look, the way you're so different. But at the end of the day, she's always going to run back to that financial. She's always going to run back to the guy who has money. Why? Because security is a big part of female nature. They want to feel secure. Yeah, they want love, but it's not the love that you think. It's not the kind of love. It's not the blue pill Disney love where, you know, she'll suffer for you. She'll be with you through thick and thin. No, bro. The moment things get tough, she'll be gone. And that's female nature. The moment things get tough, she'll be gone. Because she knows that there are men out there who are better than you. There are men out there who have more money than you. There are men out there who have nice houses, who have their shit together, and you don't, you see? So what is she going to stick around with you for, right? Now, many people at that point would go, oh, that's a fucked up woman. That's just But I bet you, guys who had their heart broken, guys who've been through a breakup, that's the reason why she left. She might say, you didn't do this for me. You didn't do it. She'll turn it all around on you. Why? Because she's trying to lessen her own guilt. She's trying to pad the impact of her own decision to leave you. And she's trying to make you feel bad, which is a fucked up thing, but I see it a lot. It's a cruel thing, like it's your fault. It's your fault. And then you got to ask yourself, did she ever try to work it out? Did she ever communicate that with you? Did she ever really try to work it out? Or she just say something real quick in passing, or this, that, and the third? Trust me, man, they do this. They try to somehow twist it around on you, twist the blame around onto you, so that they can sort of lessen their own responsibility, lessen their own guilt. When they know damn well what it really is you're just stagnant. You're not going anywhere. You're just boring. It might take you 10 more years to get your shit together. She's not going to want to wait around for 10 years. Okay? She's not going to... Yes, women do want an emotional connection. That is true. Okay, but I argue that if she's dating you, she already has an emotional connection. She already has an emotional investment in you if she has been dating you. Okay? The reason why I say emotional investment, because a lot of women say that. A lot of women use that as an excuse to dump you. I just don't think we're that emotionally connected. I just don't think we're that deep. I don't think we talk that much. And this, yeah, maybe not. So why don't you try to do it? Why don't you attempt to actually have an emotional connection? But they don't. So you pay attention to their actions, not their words, right? She never attempted to have an emotional connection with you. She just wanted to get some dick. She did have an emotional investment in you, or else she wouldn't have had sex with you, because women are emotionally, in order to have sex, women need to invest emotionally. That's just the way it is. That's the way they work. So don't believe that she didn't have an emotional investment in you. Don't believe that there was no emotions she had for you. She did. Okay, period. Now, she might be right in that you guys didn't talk that much, but how much did she try to talk that much? How much did she try to work things out? Now, if she's really trying to do that, if she's really trying to have a conversation with you, if she's like, look, I really want to love you, I really want to work this out, and she's trying and trying and trying, and it's not working, okay, that might be your fault. She might be saying, yeah, you know what, look, I've been trying, and you just refuse to open up to me. You refuse to really talk to me. You refuse to, you know what I mean? But if she's not, if she, and then she tries to turn it around on you, chances are, you know, she's just in it for the fun. She's in it for this, she's in it for that. And then she found someone better. Okay? Because so many relationships today are really that shallow, right? But just because a relationship is shallow doesn't mean that she's not emotionally invested. Okay? Now, the flip side to that is when she does, quote unquote, emotionally invest or emotionally open up to some guy, whatever, you know, the chances are his finances are going to be there. You see, his finances are going to be there. So if his finances aren't there, she's probably not going to, you know, stick around. That's just what it is. So if your finances aren't there, and she says, and she tries to say, oh, well, we're just not that emotional, you know, whatever. And she moves on to some other guy who's got better finances than you. You can surmise that's the reason why she moved on. So, like I said, they try to turn it around on you. So, you know, you have to assess, and believe me, I've been in the worst breakups where I felt sick for years. I felt emotionally damaged for years. You have to assess how the relationship went down. You have to assess and use rational thinking how the breakup occurred. You have to take all the little pieces into account. You have to consider her behavior. You have to consider your behavior. And then you have to assess and say, is this really my fault? Is this her fault? Was it just mutual? Are we just not compatible? You have to take into account all those little factors. If you don't, then all you really know, and women are experts at this, they're experts at leaving you at your most vulnerable, leaving you when you're most down. And they'll wait for it too, leaving you right when they know you have emotionally invested in them. You know, they'll seek for that validation. They'll seek after, you know, a woman. I think Patrice O'Neal said this the best. Patrice O'Neal said, you never give a woman full commitment. You never give a woman full commitment. The reason why is because when you fully commit to her, she knows she's got you. Okay? You have to always have other options. Okay? Now, I'm not necessarily saying that that's my philosophy, but I agree with it in principle. I'm not necessarily saying that that is how I would approach a relationship, but I agree with it in principle that that's female nature for the most part. Okay? The type of woman that I would ever have a relationship with, I would never be in that type of relationship with a woman, because that's not the type of love that I want. I don't want a type of love where, you know, I'm always having to have higher value than her. We can never be on an equal plane and all these different things. I would never want that type of love. So my type of love, may not ever happen. I'm okay with that because I would rather be single than to have to perform or to have some type of love that I don't want. But for principle, Patrice O'Neal is right. You can never fully invest. Sorry, my allergies are killing me right now. You can never fully invest in a woman, in a woman, because once you do, she's going to think that, oh, this guy, I'm the best option he can get. He can't get anyone else. And then that lowers your value in her eyes, which to me You don't want that type of woman anyways. You don't want that type of woman who's going to leave you when you don't have full value over her. You don't want the type of woman who's going to leave you when you're most vulnerable. You don't want that. I don't want that. But for principle's sake, this is how female nature is. So if you've been in that situation where a woman is leaving you, breaking up with you, dumping you, after you've shown her your vulnerable side, after you've been, open to her, and after you've really commit to her on an intrinsic level, then that tells you that she's a value chaser. That tells you that she's not the type of girl who can ever really love you. All she can love is your value. And many women, unfortunately, are like this. I would say majority, most do not settle down with a man for real love, or at least unconditional love. They settle down with a man for what he can provide her outwardly. Okay, so the reason why I'm saying this in the context of a breakup is this will help you get through it, because you understand that it's not personal. You understand that she never really loved you. She was just yours. Wait. Sorry, that's not wrong. She was never yours. It was just your turn. And she never really loved you in any type of deep, long-lasting way. Her love for you was temporal. Her love for you, there's a Bible verse where Jesus is talking about he's sowing seeds in the heart of his believers. He likens himself to a seed sown into the ground, and the ground is the heart of the believers, right? And he's using these three different types of soil as examples of three different types of hearts. One is a deep heart that might only be two different types. Anyway, one is a deep heart that has rich soil that receives the seed and cultivates the seed so the seed can grow up, and the seed does grow up and it turns into a beautiful tree and everything's great, right? It's one type of soil or one type of heart. The other type of soil, the other type of heart is a heart that is, pretty sure there's three types, but let me just see if I can get through this. The other type is the type that is rocky soil. There's lots of rocks in it. So the heart has a lot of hang-ups. The heart has a lot of issues. There's a lot of problems. So it's hard for the seed to grow up in that person's heart, right? The other one is shallow. So the seed was sown because the heart is shallow. There's many like worldly things. There's many things outwardly that the heart wants. The heart is shallow, so the seed can't grow up. It gets choked by all the wants of the shallow heart, right? It's very similar to that, right? Women might accept you for a while, but when problems come, and problems do come, problems will come, which is also, kind of a biblical verse. Problems come in life. And what I notice a lot is I see a lot of people who really don't have problems, at least the type of problems that really are serious. Everything's good. They got these nice houses. I walk in these neighborhoods. You can't see it because it's dark, but I walk in these nice houses and the grass is good. Everything's cut. There's a nice fence. It's all good. Everything's good. They don't have problems. And that's why the woman stays. She's there because there's no problems. Everything's good. And that in and of itself is a problem, right? It's too boring. I need some drama and whatever, right? There's a lot of women that are like that. They seek drama. They want drama. This is why they seek bad boys, because the bad boy is a problem. He stirs up their emotions in a certain type of way. But as much as she likes the bad boy, as much as that's real fun, right? Eventually, she's going to want that stable life. And there are many men out there who are providing for that. There are many men out there who have gone through the process of acquiring that house, of acquiring that mortgage, acquiring those nice cars, and everything's good. The nest is good. You could look at nature, National Geographic. Look at the birds and look at the animals. What do? They build a nice nest. Once they got the nice nest, Then they seek the female, right? It's nature. But again, you have to have self-worth. And this is why I do think you should improve yourself for yourself, not just for her. You want to look good. You want to be in shape. You want to have a healthy mind. You want to have a robust, loving heart. Work on yourself on the inside and the outside. And hey, you want a nice house? Go for it. But listen, understand that you do all that, there's a good chance that she doesn't really love you for you. And I hope everything I've talked about here illustrates that, right? This is hypergamy. This is why, okay? This is why. Now, it's not to say that, she should accept me for whoever I am and however shitty I am. It's like, no, don't be shitty. But your relationship has to go through a test. You have to test the relationship. Is she going to stick with you through thick and thin? Is she going to stick with you when you don't have a house? Is she going to stick with you when you're struggling? Right? It doesn't mean you let yourself go. But even then, it's like, how loyal is she really? Loyalty is a fickle thing, man. And when you learn about the red pill, when you learn about female nature, then you can understand. And you can stop blaming yourself. You know what? This is just female nature. Unfortunately, women are just like this. So here's the question of questions. When you understand female nature, and when you know what it is, and when you know it's fickle, and when you know it's shallow, and when you know it's unloyal, can you still find a woman? That's the question. That's the question. What do you have to go through in order to, really prove her love? And it's so backwards. This world is so backwards because she thinks you need to buy her love. She thinks you need to prove your love for her by buying her shit, by taking her on expensive dates, by wining and dining her. And that's how backwards it is. So guess what? That just makes it easier for you. That just makes it easier for you. Because if you meet a woman and she's expecting you to take her out, wine and dine her, there you go. It's a blatant red flag. Ditch her. Drop her off at the next exit. That's it. Learn the red flags, and that will help you initially. But, some women know how to play nice. Some women know how to be, lots of people do, men and women. They know how to smile and play nice to get what they want from you. And really, unfortunately, many times, the only way we really learn how loyal somebody is when we do go through a hard time. Is when we do, if she leaves you, man, she drops you for whatever reason, she doesn't love you, man. She doesn't love you. If she loved you, she'd still be with you. Bottom line. If she loved you, she'd be trying to hang out with you all the time. If she loved you, she'd be calling you. If she loved you, she couldn't get enough of you, bro. And here's the thing. We're trained to think that we need to, improve, and I need to do this, and I need to do that. We're trained to think we need to behave some way in order for a girl to love us. And women know this, and they take advantage of it. They do jujitsu moves, and they use our own energy against us. Oh, he thinks he's going to impress me this. Well, I'll just use him for this, or I'll do this. And they use us. So another cool thing about taking the red pill, on that note, is when you start to see things for what they really are, when you start to see society for what it really is, when you start to see relationships for what they really are, you see through all that bullshit. I'll look at a relationship now and I'll say, oh, you guys have been married for 30 years? Okay. That means for 30 years, he's been fulfilling her security wants. For 30 years, he's been performing for her to keep her around. And it's not always the case, but I can tell. This is the thing. This is why I would never get with a girl who didn't have as much as me or more than me. Never. First of all, just bottom line. If she didn't have as much money as me, as nice a job as me, if not more than me. And I would probably lean towards seeking the girl who has more than me. You want to know why? Because it means she's not using me. It means she doesn't need me for anything. She's already got her shit. And that's not even half of my standards. Okay, but bottom line, she's already got her shit. She doesn't need me for a house. She's already got a house. She doesn't need me for vacations. She's been taking vacations anytime she wants. She's already got the money for that. She doesn't need me to provide for her. She's been providing for herself. Period. Okay, if we have gone to this equality equation, woo, 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 we're no longer traditional. The man, the woman can do anything the man can do. Okay, then do that shit. And then we'll see. Because I'll be damned if I'm fulfilling your hypergamy. Oh, so if I didn't have a job, if I didn't have the money, you'd be gone? Well, fuck you then. Fuck your whole gender. I don't give a shit. I'm fine with jerking off. I don't need sex. You're not gonna trick me into getting in a relationship with you. Hey, if you love me, you'll stick around. If you love me, you're not gonna expect me to do shit for you. If you love me, you're not gonna expect me to pay for your shit. No. If you love me, you're gonna do your own shit. You're gonna work for yourself. And if you love me, then it's gonna show. And if you don't, then you move on to someone else. And it is what it is. The other thing, which I haven't even touched on that much in this particular video topic, is in addition to all that hypergamy talk, in addition to that female nature talk, that red pill talk, in addition to that, what we have is we have the old leg count. You got to take into consideration the leg count, bro. Girls who've been around, girls who have had a lot of sex, they're not right on the inside. They're not right in their heart. And here's the thing, I don't care how sweet they are.